This is a very emotional moment in Brazil. The first round of the elections taught us that Brazil is a divided country. That there are many ways of seeing the same country. I'm Monica Yanakiew. I'm a freelance correspondent for Al Jazeera, and between us, I've never seen people here so emotional over politics. So this is the first time in Brazil that you have two major candidates who are well-known people. One of them is former President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. So Lula managed to make a comeback after he had been in prison on corruption charges, and these were overturned. The other candidate, Jair Bolsonaro, had been around for a long time. He had been in Congress for more than 20 years, in government for 4 years. Frankly, it's not like people have big hopes that any one of them will change anything much. They're just voting for the one who will be the less worse. Everybody is struggling. It's not a time of prosperity worldwide. The whole world came out of a pandemic. Now there's a war, which is affecting the economies of many countries, Brazil included. Corruption this time is not such a major player as it was in the previous election. Now people want food. Prices have gone up a lot with the inflation. It's a complicated country. There are different Brazils in one same country. When I first came to Brazil, one of the things that surprised me a lot here was the way that everything was so easygoing. The beach was a place where you would find all sorts of people, all mingled. And one of the traditions that Rio has until now is on New Year's Eve, you go to the beach at night, dressed in white, and you throw white flowers into the sea. You're basically honoring Iemanjá. She is the sea goddess of the Afro-Brazilian religions which were brought over by the slaves. It's something very, very beautiful, something that everyone participated in. Brazil is a very, in a sense, spiritual country. You have all sorts of beliefs. It always was something that was sort of like mixed. Over the years, what has happened is the evangelical growth of the radical evangelicals. Evangelical Christians represent 1/3 of Brazil's population. There's a church that's being built every 21 hours. These evangelicals grew in areas where the state wasn't working, in areas where people needed to find some solace, a network, a social network, because they're living in areas of crime. They have strongly supported Bolsonaro in 2018, who's not an evangelical, but married an evangelical woman. They've been telling people that Lula represents Satanism. Lula has had to come out and say that no, he does not. So they're playing a lot with these moral issues. My mother's Brazilian, so I've been in and out of Brazil very often. The changes that I notice is that now people are more politicized than before. People, they know more what their rights are. This was a country that people really weren't involved in politics at all. They were very easily maneuvered by politicians and by the elite, and this has changed. The question now is, how much will Brazilians put up with in the future? Because now they don't believe anymore in politics, but they know what they want. So this is what we're waiting to see.